Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. In the last episode we got some science, but now we're going to need some money. So let's check our contracts and decline the ones we don't want, like that. Not much money, and well, actually this is a decent amount of money. It's just a little bit annoying. We don't have any plane parts unlocked. You have to land on the surface. Yeah. If we had a plane, I might consider doing this, but no thanks. Tours to the Mun, no. Science data from space around Kerbin, sure. Decoupler at the launch site, I guess. Might as well. This is worth enough that I'll consider it. Nope. I don't like the specifications. Don't want to do a temperature survey. Plant flag on the Mun. Now we're talking. That's the sort of thing I want to be doing. I'd consider that. Don't really want to do that. Science data from the surface of the Mun. Sure. Okay. Well, we can potentially fulfill 3 of these in one mission. We can start off by just doing this test to decoupler at the launch site. So, coupling, Rockomax decoupler, launch. Extremely easy. Recover vessel. Now what are we going to do with this science? I think I would definitely like electrics for the solar panels. And probably fuel systems for bigger tanks. I'll think about what else to get. And I would like to upgrade this, but look at how expensive it is. I mean, we could afford it. But let's see if we can do something with 30 parts. And in fact, Jebediah seems to have this design for a 30-part moon landing mission craft. Mission to the surface of the Mun in 30 parts. Will it fly? I mean, I'm not sure these mystery goo containers are actually certified for use as landing legs, but Jebediah says it's probably fine, so well, let's give it a try. Okay. Throttle up. And here we go. I'll even time warp a little bit. I want to be a little bit careful with this though. Is this stable? It is stable. It's fairly stable. That's ridiculous. Well, these solid boosters actually have a lot of drag. Well, something exploded, but I guess it's fine. They have a lot of drag on the front, and since they're in the back, that stabilizes the vessel, I guess. We're at 22,000. I can angle over a little bit more. 30,000. And keep on turning sideways. Just check our fuel real quick here. Alright, I increased the priority of the tanks in the back to keep the center of gravity forwards. So let's just keep burning towards the horizon here. And we can cut the throttle. Still have a decent amount of fuel in this stage. And we should definitely turn this engine on. Just speed up a little bit till 40 seconds or so. And that should about do it. And throttle down until the time to apo is actually decreasing. I suppose I could calculate out the amount of fuel in the next stage and just watch this indicator, but this also works. Just going back and forth. Okay. Oh, need to throttle down a little bit actually. And just keep pointing towards the horizon. We're very close to orbit now. And this is really circular enough. No need to worry about getting it perfect. Well, I mean that's pretty much fine. Looks like we still have a little bit of fuel in this stage too. Well, okay. So let's just quick save. And now we want to head towards the Mun. So set as target. Burn at the usual location. Can I grab this circle here? There we go. And that's good. So I just turn on to the target. And we'll warp to next maneuver. Warp to next maneuver. I guess we will want to keep an eye on our staging. We'll need to drop a stage in the middle of this burn. But that is fine. And throttle up all the way. Oh, cut that. And resume burning. Hopefully we'll have enough fuel to get back. Just speed up a little bit here. And that should be fine. We can make some adjustments if we so desire. For now, I think I'll go ahead and warp to not there. Warp to here. We can make some fine adjustments if we want. Just pin this Mun Perry here. And bring it down a bit. That's fine. Just a very small 2.4 meter per second burn. Okay. And now let's warp into the Mun's sphere of influence. Not that. Warp here. I'm a little bit surprised it's not going at the next level of warp, actually, but oh well. Okay, here we are. And we just set up our maneuver at the Perry here. Get into an orbit. And we can just warp there once we get on our target vector. Okay. Let's do our burn. Now we'll want to come down on the light side. Maybe in this crater here. Or this one. I'm not sure. Cancel that maneuver. And just head down to the surface somewhere. Maybe like there. In that crater. Well, let's go ahead and warp here. And just quick save in case we mess something up. I'm going to go ahead and get on the target vector and start burning here. How's our charge doing? We're still fine. Don't want to run out of electric charge. We don't have any batteries or anything, but oh well. Oh. SAS is off for some reason. Okay, there we go. Let's just watch our orbit here. Maybe we want to go a little more retrograde. So, like somewhere in between here and here. Like that. Well, I don't know. Something like that. It's probably fine. How's our fuel doing? A bit more than half? Well, that's a good sign. We still need to land, though. Okay. Well, let's warp a little bit closer to the surface. Like here or so. Can't warp too fast since we're fairly low. 100,000. Oh. let's get on this target vector and start slowing ourselves down, I think. Oh, terrain is popping in. Very good. Node in a minute and 20 seconds. So we do want to be slowing down here. Estimated burn 36 seconds. How are we doing here? Let's point a little more retrograde instead of on the target. Okay. Just time warp a little bit. And kill the time warp. Kill the maneuver. Add a maneuver at the impact location. And we can just follow retrograde automatically here. Okay, you can see the surface is starting to get kind of close. We may actually want to stop time warping at this point and bring ourselves down to 100 meters per second or so. Yeah, that's a little better. Just quick save. See if we can find our shadow. There it is. There's our shadow. And we can just time warp a little bit. Okay. Yep. Getting very close now. Slow down to below 10 meters per second. And see if we can land at about 4 meters per second. There we go. And the mystery goo is just fine. Huh. Go figure. Well, let's just quick save here. Take a crew report. Observe the mystery goo. Observe the materials bay. So we need to recover data from space around Kerbin, recover data from the surface, and we need to plant a flag. So let's EVA, take an EVA report, and just let go. You'll be fine. And plant that flag. First moon landing. It worked. Okay. I think we will need RCS to get back here. Hit R to turn that on. So just grab that, board again, and quick save. And we have some other experiments here. log temperature, log pressure, and collect all that data. Let's go back to the Space Center and see if we can do some upgrade to allow us to take a surface sample. So upgrading this means you can place flags. Or no, we can already place flags. Upgrading this means you get unlimited active Kerbals. More max parts. More contracts. Upgrading research allows EVAs to collect surface samples. I wonder if this works retroactively. I guess we shall see. So EVA. Come on, EVA. Let go. Take a surface sample. And keep that. Okay. And board. Okay. Very good. Now, let's just review the stored data. Surface sample, crew report, material study, mystery goo from the Mun's East crater. Need to keep all of these. Alright. Now we want to go up and burn about 90 degrees. And we can just turn sideways immediately. Get a crew... okay. Don't need that. Observe the mystery goo. It's just in space while near the Mun. Well... okay. This is our Apo looking like not quite high enough. So let's keep burning until we get into orbit. Well, that'll do. Okay. And we'll just circularize here. Warp here. And follow the prograde. And just burn until our orbit is stable. Okay, that'll do. How's our fuel looking? We have just a little bit left. Not that much. You know, EVA report. Keep experiment. Okay. Board. How's our charge looking? Still fine? Now, we want to slow our orbit around Kerbin. So we want to go in the opposite direction that the Mun is moving. That's too much. Pin that parry there. Bring it down to about 30. Follow prograde. Actually, we want to bring this back until we're exiting roughly perpendicular to the Mun's orbit. You can see that reduced the amount of burn we need. Saves a little bit of fuel. And, well, that'll do. That'll do. Node is in about 10 minutes. So, stability assist. Get on the target node and warp to next maneuver. Just accelerate a little bit and start burning. Pin our parry, cancel the node, and just watch our altitude. Bring it down to 28. Looks good. And just quick save. Check our fuel. We have just a tiny bit left, but we did have some left. So we did have some room for error. I suppose we can just burn this off as we come in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Be careful with the time warping. You don't want to warp around. That can cause all sorts of problems if you warp through the atmosphere. Things start getting weird with the physics. And we'll just burn off the little bit of fuel we have left. There's enough to slow us down a decent amount. And separate. Keep pointing retrograde. And we can pretty much just time warp down. Go ahead and activate the parachute. Oh, oh, oh. We're forgetting something. We're forgetting something important. We have a contract. Transmit or recover data from space around Kerbin. Well, we need to do that, don't we? So, crew report? No. Collect everything. Crew report, keep it, and collect it. And where's our thermometer? There we go. Log temperature in space, high above Kerbin. Very good. Might as well collect some redundant data. And just warp here. And maybe we can do an EVA report, keep experiment, and board, and just collect everything. And now we can quick save. Okay, that should fulfill the contract. We have plenty of stuff. So I just warp here and point retrograde. Altitude rapidly decreasing. keep on warping until we hit the atmosphere. And then we'll just burn off the rest of our fuel and eject our last stage. Can we get anything from this mystery goo? We can, actually. Well, keep experiment and collect it. Okay. Good thing we got some use out of all of those landing legs. Uh-oh. Are we gonna impact here? Well, it's fine, I guess. That exploded, but our capsule is just fine. So is our storage unit. And we can actually just time warp through this. Take a look at our shooting star with a backdrop of whatever that is. I assume it's not the Milky Way. And parachute deploys. Speed goes down to a safe landing speed. Can we get anything from a crew report? No. How about from this? Okay, there's something. And there's something. Okay. End the time warp. And recover the vessel. Okay, a successful mission. Using only 30 parts. And we got a decent amount of science from that. Let's check our contracts. We've completed Explore the Mun and science data from the surface, science data from space around Kerbin. Got quite a bit of money from that. We're up to 500 something thousand again, despite doing the upgrade. Alright. Well, I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.